my enemies long ago. The last one left to go was me. But you were cold enough to burn. I kept my feelings out of you. You held my head against the flame and made me give my crown to you. Spirit, but lucky all the same. Sweet taste of empires crumbling in the gloom. Napkin men with metal hearts around us, drawing nearer, bodies fill the room. Talking heads parade their faces every day, showing us the way to think and feel, helping us to understand the rich man's point of view. They said it on the news and now it's real.
Hello, happy Sunday. I hope you all are doing very well. Welcome to the Chill Sunday, another one. This is the third Chill Sunday of the year. Yes, it is the third Chill Sunday of the year. Hello everyone, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Hopefully you're going to enjoy today's stream. I keep getting emails on the phone. Stop it. Alright, let's open the project that I have been working on. And hopefully maybe at least get halfway done with that sketch at last. I wish I wasn't so slow to to do my art. It was called Excuses. Yep. Just a temporary name. So let's open Workshop Dragon and Dragon Progress Sheet because I'm going to need both of them. Let's go ahead and enable transparency for this one. Copy this, make a new, paste, save, and I'm going to save over this one, Workshop Dragon, because of that bug in Paint that I have described to you a while ago. There we go. Now I can work with this. Enable transparency. Alrighty. Let's see, what have I done so far and what do I need to do next? By the looks of it, I have finished most of the dragon, so that is great. I think I have already resized both of his front paws, because I do remember working on them. Did I? Yes, I did. The paws on this one here are smaller than on these ones here. So yes, I did resize the paws as needed. I see that I have already drawn the other horn on the other side of his head. So I gotta do the crest on the top of his head. And that must go all the way across his back to right about here on his tail. What else? I also need to do the oh my god, I gotta draw the wings. Oh lord, that is going to be a nightmare. I also gotta do his face. You know, rework his expression, give him the actual expression he's supposed to have. That is. And I gotta draw the claws on his paws. That should be easy. Yeah, I think that for the most part, that's all that I'm gonna have to do. So I can consider the sketch of this character finished. Where should I start though? I think I'm going to draw the claws. Alright, let's pick the color blue. Let's begin with this powder. Nah, that claw does not look good. Let's do it again. I think I should use the curve tool. I know I rely quite a lot on this tool, but it's just so handy. I haven't drawn dragon claws in a while, I kind of forgot how to do it. By the way, if I sound tired, that's because I woke up more or less an hour ago. So I am still not fully awake. I am kind of like a very old computer. Not a very old, necessarily a very old computer, but an older computer that has a very slow hard drive as the boot drive, in which you turn on the computer and then you have to wait a very long time for the computer to finish booting up everything and becoming properly usable. Okay, this should be fine-ish. No. This claw is supposed to be big, but not quite like that. Yeah, this here seems to be a little better. Let's finish this claw and see what it looks like. Yes, suppose that will work. It kind of looks strange, but that might be because I have not yet drawn any others. Yeah. Okay, this is not right. I know these lines are intersecting, but that is fine. It's an easy fix. And this is kind of intentional, so... There we go, that's better. Now it's all a matter of erasing what's in here. There we go. I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to redraw his claws after I finish them. But, like I always say, the basics come first. Oops. I didn't mean to click away. Interesting, I just noticed. Since I drew this picture years ago, I changed slightly the style of I mean, I had a little slight change in my style for drawing paws. These here look a little different in their shape than the ones that I drew here. I have never noticed that before. Alright, let's leave that like that. And let's work on the other ones. Let's do this one. The reason why I am using a different color instead of black is because this should make it easier for me to... Oh, I actually should make this shape here a little different. Makes it easier to distinguish what lines belong to the paw and what lines belong to the claw. This doesn't seem quite right. I have drawn paws and claws in this angle before. But it's been a while. I think I forgot how to do it properly. Okay, it doesn't matter. No big deal. And just redraw it later. Let's just get the basics done, and then I can work it out from there. I mean, it actually doesn't look that bad. Let me just compare that paw, or rather, that claw, with some other else in a similar position. This paw would be great to use as a reference, but there's no claws there. Wait, when was the last time I drew claws in that angle? There's this one. Now this one is a completely different angle, but I do want to check the claws, because this one would work well as a reference for this one. Dang, look at those sharp claws. Yeah, I do have to redraw these. They don't look very good. I could probably do a little bit of reworking on this paw as well, because this one looks better than this one. And this dragon here, Koros Parlet, and this dragon over here, Michael Braveheart, they are technically the same breed of dragon, so their paws should be more alike. It would make sense. And anatomically speaking, this here is just better. Anyway, let me check here. Heavenly Elegance. I dare say that I did a great job with these paws here. Oh, I even added a little bit of shading there. Nice. I forgot I did that. Okay, I think I know what I gotta do. Let's undo everything that I have done so far in terms of the claws. Now let me do a little bit of reworking on the paw. I want to use this one as a reference. Okay, I got it. Did I? Yes, I did. Let's bring this line up right about there. Have it curve some more like this. I'm giving it a little bit more of an inclination. If I'm honest, I was not expecting I would be reworking the claws. I mean the paws. Not that this is a bad thing, it isn't. If I can make them look better, then by all means. It's just that I wasn't really expecting I would be doing it. I'm not sure if this line is quite right. Well, let's roll with it. See what happens. Yeah, this should be a little bit different. Let's make it a little bit different. Did I just accidentally restore most of the previous sketch for this thing? I think I might have. Wow. That's unfortunate. In that case. Okay, if I can make this line properly, I think this is going to be a key. Keyword being, or rather keywords being, if I can make this properly. There we go. And why don't you just draw the line the way my brain is commanding you to do? Can you be like, I'll never do it! Oh well. Alright, now let's convert the remaining blue pixels that I left behind. Let's convert them to red, and there we go. Could be a little more round here on the top, or rather the curvature here would be a little more smooth. Share is too empty here. Yeah, well, that's because you don't have many viewers. It's repeated, unfortunately. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. I'll have to rework a little bit of this digit over here as well. Not quite right. You need to advertise to get more viewers. I'm not sure how I would exactly, to be honest. Most I know is just post around on some places. Like before I start the stream, I always post a message on the Truckers MP forums as a status message. I post a status message on my DeviantArt. I also upload, or rather update, this deviation here on my DA to let my watchers know that I'm starting the stream. I also post on Twitter, and I do a status post on YouTube. The thing is, I don't have that many people following anywhere. So yeah. Other than those, I don't really know how else I could advertise. Yeah, this curvature here is way too curvy, if that makes any sense. Let's make this a little more pointy. Kind of like this. Actually, that is quite similar to what's already in here. Maybe on the TMP server there's a stream advertisement, you can get many viewers when people think you do admin streams. I mean, yeah, at first it would likely attract a lot of people, but they would just stick around for like half a second and then click away. And that is one of the reasons why I do not do game moderation streams often. I do not want to focus. I know those do get a lot of views, or rather a lot of viewers from Truckers MVP for obvious reasons. But the thing is, I do not want to build my channel, my content, focused around that sort of thing, around that particular type of content. I want to keep my content, you know, I want a variety. That's why I do a different game every week on Wednesdays and Fridays, and I do art on Sundays. Because I want to have a little bit of everything for literally anyone, not just one thing that only a select, albeit big selection, but a select amount of certain people enjoy. Because here's the problem, and I thought of this from the beginning. Yes, game moderation streams are just American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator streams in general, just driving around. Those, as far as Truckers MP, as far as the Truckers MP community goes, those do attract a lot of people. They do, especially if it is a moderation stream. But should I ever leave the team for whatever reason, either by choice or somehow messed up something that resulted on me getting kicked, and then I'm no longer able to do that sort of content, what's the word that I'm looking for? Let's say my audience basically dies out. It goes away because I then have to do something else, and I no longer do what they actually want to see, so they lose interest. And before you know it, I'm back to the drawing board. And believe me, I have been in that situation before. However, it was planned many years ago. The general theme that I focus my art on DeviantArt, it was a completely different one from what I do now. But then I grew out of that, and I decided to change my main theme, and I figured that most of the people who were watching me at the time were doing so because of the theme that I was drawing, and should I abandon that, those people would abandon me. So I started to seek out a new... Oh, it is actually a bit complex to explain right now, but basically I predicted what was going to happen, so I put up a few new pictures with the new theme, started to visit all the galleries of all the artists that had drew the same kind of content actually, which is what I do now. And they saw me commenting on their stuff, favoriting their stuff, and then they visited my gallery. Some of them liked what I was doing, so they watched me, and basically I started to build a new, let's say, watchers base on DeviantArt before I did the change. That way I would not be on zero from the start. But yeah, it is more complex than that, but that's the basic gist. And the same technically does apply here as well. So yeah, I do not want to build my viewer base on Twitch based on just TMP stuff, because if that ever goes away, so will my viewer base. So yeah, and I do not want to have to rebuild the viewer base again like I had to do back in 2009. Because believe me, although it is doable, it is difficult and takes a very long time. I know a small streamer who left the GM team and changed to the community mod team and lost a lot of followers because of that. Exactly. Exactly. There are people who stick around because of who you are, because of your, let's say, character. Well, character is not quite the term, but because of you. You know, because they like your charisma, that sort of stuff. But there's a lot of people who want just that one thing. Just that one thing. And if you don't do that one thing, they are like, ah, you suck, bye. You know, that sort of thing. And in a way that is a little bit hurtful, but just the way the world is, I suppose. What can we do? That's good actually, because you won. Won what? Also, I think I have managed to fix this paw properly. Let's see what this looks like. It doesn't look too different from what it was before. Press too early on enter. Oh, you haven't finished the message. Okay, that makes sense. This paw can look better. Come on, I can do a better job at this. I'm gonna try it again, guys. Actually, by the way, when I changed my main theme on DeviantArt, the theme of my art, I talk about DeviantArt a lot because everything that I draw I upload to my gallery here on DA. When I changed the themes, there were some people who would even curse at me, call me names, because they were so angry I stopped doing what they wanted to see from me. But if I'm honest, I actually predicted that sort of stuff was going to happen. And that was also one of the reasons why I started to seek out a new public before I formally announced that I was going to be changing themes. So yeah, bottom line is these things are at least some of the reasons why I don't focus my streams on one particular thing. And that thing being TMP stuff. You know, whether it's just driving around, doing convoys, that sort of stuff, or moderation work. Besides, moderation work, it is not just the work that you see on the stream. You know, me checking reports, banning people from reports, or even doing live moderation, like flying around in dev cam, banning people who are breaking the rules in front of the camera. There's a lot more work that goes into it after I issue those bans. And I'm not gonna say that I'm lazy, but I don't want too much work after the work. Which obviously is not to say that I do not like doing that sort of job. I do like doing it. Otherwise, Otherwise, I would never have. What am I trying to say? Otherwise, wait. What am I saying now? Now I got myself confused. Hold on. Ban abuse and stuff like that. Yeah, that sort of stuff. Shoot! Now I got myself confused. I forgot about what I was trying to say. Wait. I was saying that there's a lot of work that goes that goes into GM work after you issue bans on a stream, and although I am not lazy, I don't want so much work for myself, which is not to say that I don't like it, because I do like the job. Yeah. If I didn't like the GM work, If I didn't like it, I would not have joined the GM team. But yeah, I do like it. I just don't want to do any more work than I have to. I mean, it is time consuming. It is enjoyable, but it is tough job. Tough work. Tough not in the sense that, oh my god, it's difficult to do this. It isn't difficult. It's just time consuming and requires attention. Attention and responsibility. Many people think that, oh my god, it's so easy to be admin. No, it's not that easy. It is easy, but it's not that easy. You have to be responsible about it. Also, many people, not many people, some people say that, oh my god, admins are unfair. There are indeed some GMs who occasionally make mistakes, or some of them are actually not very responsible with what they are doing, but those usually don't last long in the team. Most GMs, they are actually very responsible. They know what they are doing. They do make mistakes. Everyone does mistakes, seriously. Even I make mistakes on GM work sometimes. But that's not the same as being unfair with a player. Not at all. Like I said, we know what we are doing. And if you get a ban, that's because you actually did something to deserve that. And in the event that is not the case, and it was actually a mistake, all the person has to do is appeal, and the ban is going to be reviewed, or a GML, when checking the work of the GM, will detect the problem, and we'll manage the situation. Because, like I said, we are only humans. We all make mistakes. Mistakes are human, yep. And humans are mistakes. But I occasionally make some very silly mistakes when doing GM work myself. It happens. Like, I think I can say, I don't think I'm gonna be breaching ISP if I talk about this particular thing, but there have been times when I accidentally banned someone permanently, when I was supposed to give them like a few days or a couple weeks. But that was because I tried to use the ban command in chat, and on every single one of those times, I think it happened 3 or 4 times over the years when I accidentally issued a permanent ban, it was because I accidentally typed the wrong syntax of the command. Which, for the record, I fixed the problem right away. I saw that I issued a incorrect ban. I immediately went to the user's profile to fix it. But I don't think I have ever issued a wrong ban. I mean, a ban that was actually undeserved. Like, for example, ban the wrong person by accident. I don't think I have ever done that myself. And if I did, I would obviously have fixed it as soon as possible. But yeah, bottom line is, we all make mistakes. And GMs, they are not immune. It's not because a GM makes a mistake in their work that they are being unfair. And I have no idea how we got into talking about this, going from focusing the theme of streams on one particular thing. How the fudge did that happen? I mean, I'm not complaining, I'm just wondering. Alright, let's see if they spawn now. I'm not trying to copy this one. I just want to make this one look a little more similar to this one. Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong here. I see. Wait, do I? I guess. Let me try this. Let's select just this line over here and move it back a little bit, like so. Now let's do the same thing with this one, but this one we are going to move to the other side like this. Okay? We need to drive on CD road. On CD. I have said this before on a stream, and I'm gonna say it again. I will never drive on that place ever again. Not for free. I actually, I am, well, to make it very clear, guys, what I am about to say, I will be saying it as a user, as a regular player, not as a TMP staff. So don't you dare take my words out of context, okay? Personally, as a user, I hate Calais-Duisburg. I hate that place, and mind you, I used to love driving there. That was before it became a thing anyway, because my headquarters city used to be in Dortmund. So whenever I needed to go to the UK, most of the times the GPS would route me through that road, and I used to enjoy that, but nowadays I just hate it. I don't like to go there even on single player, but I digress. I am never going to drive there again, not for free. I have said before that if someday I am playing Euro Truck Simulator, not doing GM work, let me make that very clear, not GM work, okay? I'm just driving around and enjoying myself, and someone wants me to drive there, I won't. If they want me to drive there and they donate to my stream, you know, via PayPal, the link below, and like for example they donate, hey Mike, here's $10, drive on CD, then I will drive there for 10 kilometers. So basically 1 kilometer per dollar. But no GM work, no GM work. But yeah, point is, I don't like the place, and for free I'm never driving there again. No. I go there a few times a week. I met a lot of people, of nice people. Well, I'm not saying that there's bad people there. It's just that I should not be talking too much about it, if I'm honest. Because even, here's the thing, even when giving personal opinions, I still have to be mindful of what I say, because some people just love to take words out of context and or distort things said by some staff and then use that as some sort of weapon against them and say, oh, this GMP admin is saying bad things about this and that, you know, that sort of stuff. So yeah, let's just say that I don't like, I personally don't like Calais-Duisburg. And I'm referring to the actual region itself. I'm not referring to the players. And I have some strong opinions about all of that all that stuff. And my opinions would not please a lot of people who like the place. But I respect their preference. There's a difference between you not liking something and you disrespecting that something that you don't like. You can not enjoy something and still respect the preference of other people for that thing. Well, yeah, you can dislike a thing and still respect. And I don't know where I'm going with this. The point is, dislike something if you will, but respect those who do like it. I won't do that. You are too nice to report. Thank you. But yeah, I don't like the Calais-Duisburg, but I respect those who do. After all, who am I to say what they should and should not like, right? I'm not their father, thankfully. I do not want kids anytime soon. Alright, am I finally done fixing this paw? Please tell me I am done fixing this paw, so I can move on. I was not expecting I would be fixing this paw today. I thought all the work that I needed to do on this thing was already done. Now let's turn these red lines into black lines using that eraser trick. There we go. Alright, that looks much better. It can still look better though. This digit over here, it is too round. I had 1 or 2 months where I hated CD as well, but we could go to Kirkness Promons. That's another place that I hate. I also hate that place, and I have never driven there before. I drove past it once, but I never actually went up there. I had no reason to anyway. Also, the only reason why I drove past it was because I was looking for a little horse. Also, I personally don't really like pro mods. And I say this as a regular user. I never liked pro mods, even before I became staff, and being staff has absolutely nothing to do with that either, for the record. But yeah, the only reason why I bothered going there once, or rather near there once, was because I was looking for a little horse that I was informed was around there somewhere. And I found the horse. So that was a win. Yes, this shape here. This shape is what I have to go with. Where'd you go? I mean, there's no reason to go on the quarry road at all, unless you actually have a load that has to be delivered there, or you have to pick up something there. And that's my gripe with the area, because most people go there just because, not because they actually have a purpose to be there. And I'm a man of purpose. If I don't have a reason to do something, to go somewhere, I don't do that something. I don't go that somewhere. That's why I am always home. If I don't have a reason to go outside and drive somewhere, I don't. There we go. Now I got this paw correctly. Now it is right. Okay, let's save. I haven't saved in a little bit. As for the others, I don't think I have to do any fixes on them. Okay, let's save this sketch to the progress sheet and finally draw the claws. Space it over here. Save. Okay, let's try those claws again. Let us begin with which one? Come on. Yeah, let's begin with the one from this big digit over here, the middle digit. Can I call these digits? I'm not sure. I think so. This can be better. It's not bad, but can be better. Yeah. I said to get a motorcycle and drive with it. A lot of fun and a reason to get outside. I don't like that as well. Yes, I don't like motorcycles. I don't like motorcycles. I had the opportunity when I got my driver's license to get a license for car and bikes, but I don't like bikes, and it would cost me a little more, a little extra, so I refused. And the driver's school actually insisted that I did a license for motorcycles as well. But I was like, nope, I will not. Thank you. I want just a car license, please. So I only got a license for cars. Maybe someday I get one for trucks and buses. That would be fun. I think this claw is fine. Yeah, I think this claw is fine. Let's save and draw the other one with this paw. And yeah, that is right. Is it me or this one seems to be bigger than the other one? When it shouldn't. Yeah, something about this is not right. Let me try again. Now, on that note, although I don't like to leave home unless I have to, you know, drive somewhere to do something, I do love driving. I love driving in real life. I just don't like to go outside if I don't have to. So yeah, there's that. And I do dare say I am a very good driver in real life. Also in game, but I'm talking about real life. Or so I'm told anyway. I think I got this right. Yes, that looks very good, guys. That looks fine. Alright, so that paw is done. Let's save. Oh no, it's not done. It's not done. I'm missing one claw here. Gotta do this one here. Do I have to redraw this digit? I'm not too sure. Possibly. Or should I say, possibly. Stupid. Saw the message on the server that it is appreciated Dragon Day. No, I didn't. When was that posted? Ah, I was already. I had already started the stream when this was posted. Appreciate a Dragon Day, a Dragon Day, January 16th, 2022 national. Oh, that is awesome! Wait, is this Dragon Day? Is that an actual thing? Is this something official? That is awesome. So it is very fitting then that I am drawing a dragon today. Working on the dragon today. Wait, is Appreciated Dragon Day an actual thing? Hold on. Dragon Appreciation. Wait. Appreciation Day. What the heck it is? Appreciated Dragon Day celebrated annually on January 16th. Appreciate the Dragon dates. January 16th. What? You guys have a TMP staff server. I mean, the staff has to talk about stuff somewhere, right? And I'm sure that it is not leaking internal information if that appears here, because you cannot see the contents of the server. So yeah. Appreciated Dragon Day is celebrated annually on January 16th. With loud flapping wings, flaming breath, and steely scales, dragons are viewed as unstoppable masters of chaos. Yes, more than that. However, they are also presented as tameable and friendly creatures, there you go, that can be great buddies with humans. This day is set to encourage people worldwide to appreciate the history and social-cultural significance of the mythical creatures. History of Appreciated Dragon Day. The word dragon first entered the English language in the early 13th century from Old French dragon, which in turn comes from Latin's draconum, meaning a serpent of huge size. Dragons have always been a part of world history, with the first depiction of dragons being as far as back as 4500 before Christ, during the times of the Romans and Egyptians. Since then, dragons and dragon motifs have featured in many works of modern literature, particularly within the fantasy genre. Appreciated Dragon Day was created in 2004 by Donita K. Paul. The author was promoting the release of her novel Dragonspell, which is part of a 5-book series. The book is about a former slave that changes her fate and is a savior of dragons. It is a celebration of dragons in literature, as well as literacy in general and pop culture. Dragons are diverse in presentation, with the fire-breathing variety. Some, like gargoyles found in medieval churches. Others are many-headed hydras that pop out in the ocean. Others are wyverns, basilisks, and other mythical creatures with loose connections to the real world. Ultimately, the idea of dragons interacting with humans fills our mind with awe and inspires us to delight our minds with fancy. I had no idea this was a thing. Why? How come I didn't know this was a thing? This is awesome! This is really awesome. I didn't know. Watch a dragon-themed movie. How to celebrate Appreciated Dragon Day. Watch a dragon-themed movie. Draw and paint your favorite dragon. That's what I'm doing here, although this here is not my favorite dragon. Visit an amusement park. This reminds me, a few years ago, there was an exposition here in my city on a mall, themed all around dragons. They had, more or less, real-sized dragons on that expo, and it was awesome. The only problem is that because of my mother, we got there late, so the expo had already shut down. So all we could do was see the sculptures themselves, but without any animations or lights or anything. But they looked really, really good. I actually have pictures of that. In my head, you didn't know. Yes, I didn't know. I don't know how I didn't know. Shame on me. Shame on me. But yeah, that expo was really awesome. The only problem, besides my mother getting us late to get there, was that it was on a mall that is on literally the very other side of the city. It is no less than at least 40 minutes, if the traffic is good, from my house to there, assuming the traffic is good, that is. Because today is the most important day in your life. It's definitely fun that this exists. I mean, I have a somewhat interesting relationship with dragons that I only came to be aware of, or rather think of, a few years back. What I was gonna say. So apparently, I was meant to like dragons since birth, because I was born in May of 1988, and according to the the Chinese calendar, May 1988 is part of the Year of the Dragon. You can look it up. 1988 May, Year of the Dragon, on the Chinese calendar. I was named Michael by my parents, mainly my father. My mother wanted the name Michael because of Michael Knight from the Knight Rider TV show, and my father wanted the name Michael because of the archangel who trapped Lucifer, you know, the devil, in hell. And Michael sometimes is depicted as slaying a dragon in the Bible, or rather pictures. Being in the case, the dragon representing the devil in that particular context. But that's besides the point. So there's another connection with dragons there. And what else? There was another one. There is some imagery that depicts the craters on the moon as a saint fighting a dragon as well. I think it would be Saint Peter? Yes, I think it would be Saint Peter. So supposedly there's a dragon on the moon as well, so kind of a loose connection there, but one nonetheless. And I think there was something else too, but point is, I somehow meant to like dragons from birth, and I think that is awesome. It was really awesome. Also, my sign, I'm from Gemini, and I have seen some depictions of Gemini as a pair of brother dragons, nonetheless. So there's another connection there. So yeah, I have dragons. Dragons are awesome. This claw looks way too tiny. It should be a little bigger. Yeah, it should be a little bigger. What am I doing wrong here? I know what I'm doing wrong. I know what I'm doing wrong. I'll have to do this whole area here again. Thing is, I can simply erase the claw here and redraw this piece of the paw, but I don't want to do that. Instead, I will copy that section from here. Seems like you are a dragon, hmm? I don't know if I actually would want to be a dragon, if that was ever possible, but it would probably be quite awesome. At least to some extent. There we go. Now, let's move this up a little bit, just a little bit. Yes, I will have to redraw this digit a little bit. Also, interesting thing, my profile ID on the TMP forums, you'll never guess the number of my TMP ID, not my TMP ID, my forums ID on Truckers MP. Try to guess, you have one chance. Yeah, that needs to be a little more curved. So let's try and repeat this bit. Yes, everyone who has a forum profile also has a forum ID for their profile. Yeah, if you open your profile or anyone's profile on the forums and you look at the URL on the browser, you will see they have an ID. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. I will open this on the other computer, however, because I cannot just go straight into the forums on the stream because, you know, there's some staff stuff around that you cannot see. Rather, you are not allowed to see. Okay, now I can share the screen. Yep, here it is. Right here on the top. There's mine. 666. My forums ID is 666. But yeah, everyone has an ID. If I go on anyone else's profile, like for example Chevs, who has visited my profile, his forum ID is 85844 and mine is 666. My forum ID would definitely be lower than that if I wasn't asleep when Truckers MP started the migration to new systems, to a new platform back in 2014. Because you have to remember, I created my account about 3 or 4 days after Truckers MP, at the time still called Euro Truck Simulator 2 multiplayer, when they released to the public. Excuse me. So yeah, but by the end of 2014 they migrated to a new platform and everyone had to recreate their accounts, and because of time zones I was asleep when that process began. So when I recreated my accounts, you know, my account on the site and on the forum, technically 2 accounts, I ended up with higher IDs than what I originally had. On the 12th of November 2014, yep, exactly. So if I wasn't asleep when they started the migration, or rather finished the migration and people started to recreate their accounts, if it wasn't for that, my IDs would be lower as they used to be. The CRT PID is 3172. Pretty low. Yep, it was. It would be lower if I wasn't asleep when they did that. But yeah, I don't remember what my original ID was, but I'm pretty sure it was, if it wasn't by the end of double digits, it was still in the early triple digits. Okay, this claw is looking much better now, but it can be much better. It sounded redundant, but it makes sense. At least in my head. Okay, I think this is the one, guys. I think this is the one. Alright, now let's detail this a little bit. Not detail, picking up the line. 23rd of January 2000. That is not too long ago at all. It's not even a year. Your ID must be in the 5 million. In the 5 millions. Something. I forgot the word that I was trying to use. Have we got to 5 million users yet? I think we might have. Let's take a look at this claw. Yeah, it can be better. Are you serious? That's your ID? My god, there's a lot of numbers. We don't have that many users. That's the wrong one. Yeah, that looks more like a Steam ID than a Truckers MP ID. My god, that is a lot of numbers. That is a lot of numbers. Especially if compared to my ID. Which only has 4 digits. How many digits are that? 3, 6, 7 digits. That is a big number. Yeah, yours is only in the 4 millions, not the 5 millions yet. Have we got to 5 million users yet? Let me find out. Let me open the site on the other PC here. Unfortunately, I cannot show you this because I'm logged in as staff. So yeah. There are a few menus that you are not allowed to see. Let's see what happens if I type 15 followed by 6 zeros on the TMP ID field. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 404, that's an error. Okay, there's no user number 5 million yet. Is there 4,999,999? Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6. Not yet. But there will be someday. And if Steam keeps making sales, that's gonna happen very soon. And of course they're gonna do that. Like last December, and this is completely unrelated to Truckers MP. Last December they had some very good deals on some of the games that are on my wish list. I swear, if I wasn't, or rather I promise, if I wasn't unemployed currently, I would have bought the entire collection of Age of Empires. Specifically the definitive editions. Because I love Age of Empires. I suck at that game, but I love it. So much fun. Now you can see my TMP profile if you type in the TMP ID. Yep, I can. I definitely can. Should I? Is there something there that I should not be seeing? Like some report against you? I'm kidding. But now I'm curious, for how much are they selling Age of Empires now after the sale? This has nothing to do with anything, I'm just curious. Oof. Man, on the sale they were selling this one here for just $8, and this one for just a little over that. Ouch. 200 for this one. Ugh. I could get a nearly full tank of fuel for that money. Alright, this claw is better, but it's still not good. Why? Why is it not good yet? Oh, I see why. Let me undo all of this. Save. Let's convert that red back to black. That's blue. Oops. So I made a mistake in the anatomy of this digit over here. It is supposed to be further back down here. Considering the way the paw and the leg are flexed, they are the same as this one for the most part. And that thing should be more down here. See what I mean? If you compare this one with this one, the size and position of this one, both of those are wrong. But I think I can rework this without actually redrawing everything. Let's color this red and simply move the lines around the position they are actually supposed to be at. So for instance, this part should be more or less around here, maybe a little further down, like so, while this other one here will actually have to redraw for the most part, no problem. Alright, let's pick the color blue and do a little bit of a redrawing. Just like this. Wait, like this? Sort of. Almost. Not quite. Can I ask a question? But I am not sure if you are allowed to answer. I mean, of course you can ask. If I can answer, that's a different story. But you can ask. So ask away. In the end, apparently I am actually redrawing everything anyway, so... I was gonna say that this was moving these lines here was a bit of a waste of time, but actually it wasn't, because although I am having to redraw it, the red lines there, they serve as a reference / base to do this properly. Assume that I am actually going to be doing this properly. To watch my profile, I have an active ban, and it was the only ban, but the ban history is set to private. Can you still see it as admin? Yeah, I don't think I can answer that question. I don't think I can say if I can see or if I cannot see your history ban. I definitely cannot say. Yeah, I can't say. I'm sorry, but I cannot say it. So that question unfortunately will have to remain unanswered. It's fine, yeah. Man, there are so many things that I wish I could share with the public about GM work. Obviously, there are many things that I cannot under any circumstances, but there are some things that I feel like they should be allowed to be shared, because there are many nice things as well. But unfortunately, we cannot. Okay, this here is better, but it's not quite there yet. It's not quite there yet. I'm gonna need another color. So let me pick yellow. And do this. And now do this. Almost. There we go. Now you might be wondering what a mess I am making here with all of these colors. But it's fine because this is exactly what I need. I am using the yellow to draw what is actually going to become this digit, while the other colors, the red and the blue, which are now serving as a base of sorts, they can be easily removed afterwards. How? By using that eraser trick that I have taught you guys a while back. Yes, this is definitely better. It can still be a little better. Let's do this here. I need to become GM to know that. I mean, you can apply. We could always use more GMs. And you would be welcome in the team. Is recruitment still open? I don't remember. Actually, I don't know if it is. I know it was open in December. I don't know if it's still open. Okay, let's fix this little bit of black line here. And now let's remove the lines that are not needed anymore. So this red and this blue. And now let's turn everything the same color. Let's turn the blue into red and the yellow into red. And let me do a little fix up here. Alright, is that better? Kind of. Recruitment was open before Christmas, but I can't apply with an active ban. Oh, I don't think that would take me to have a ban or 2 years ago. Oh, I see. Isn't it weird if I say that even though I am a game moderator leader, I actually have no idea how the recruitment process works? I actually don't know how that works. Ah, yes, this is better. Yeah, let's use yellow. Put this bit here. Yellow will do just fine. Let's remove a few pixels from this side. I removed a few too many pixels. Oops. There we go. A little fix here. Maybe remove a few more pixels right here. And redefine a little bit of this area. Okay. Let us now do this. And color everything the same color. That is red. I keep fixing this, and I keep thinking that I need to do even more fixes. At this point, I'm not sure if I indeed need to do any more changes here, or if I am just getting crazy. Let's remove this little chunk of red from here. Yeah, that seems to be about right. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is fine as it is, and let's draw a claw. It still needs more fixing. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It does. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. Frick. Can I just be done with this already? How many more times am I gonna have to redraw parts of this thing? I'd actually be using the color red to do this, since I'm going to color everything the same color anyway. That color being red. But meh, I've already started with this. And I can't get the line right. Dang it. Yeah, that works. Let's color this yellow red. Okay. Now, for real, let's try and draw that claw. Let me use a little less zoom, so I have a little more reference for the proportion of this thing. I don't try to achieve realism, but I do have a need to make everything that I draw look as natural as possible. Even though, yes, I do have a cartoony style, but it is a cartoony that must look like it could actually be real. I mean, it has to look natural. I don't know how to explain this any better. Okay, now let's turn this yellow into blue, and hopefully now I got this claw right. Yeah, I suppose this is fine. Yeah, let's keep it that way. And can I finally go on and do the other claws, please? And does my internet always need a restart at the same time every Sunday? You are probably getting an IP refresh, or rather an IP reset from your ISP. And they decided that Sunday is the best day because, oh, nobody's working on Sunday, so what a better time to disconnect their internet connection so we can do this. Am I right? Yeah. Except they don't realize that most people are at home and try to get themselves entertained on the internet. Well, at least on the bright side, it is something that doesn't take too long, I suppose. The most annoying thing is when that happens while you are live streaming or playing an online game. Oh, that is most annoying. I feel like this part over here of the claw should be a little more curved in a different direction, like this, you know? Yes, it definitely should. But not exactly like this. This is giving me a basis to work with. But it's not what I need. Almost there. Last thing I heard you say was that you don't know how the recruitment works. Yeah, I don't. Ironically, because I am a game moderator leader, but I don't know how recruitment works. And to be fair, that is not my job. So I'm not ashamed to say that I don't know how recruitment works. My job is to help manage GMs, monitor the quality of the work if they are making mistakes, help them fix the mistakes if they do any, help them improve their work, that sort of stuff. Obviously it's not just that, but I am simplifying everything. Recruitment is the job of upper staff. Our bosses do that. If it were a company, I would be like, the GML more specifically, would be like middle manager. Like you have the big boss, you have the manager, the big manager, so to speak, and that manager manages other managers, and those managers manage the employees, which in this case would be the GMs. So like there would be the big boss, there would be the major managers. That's not an actual name, that's not what those are actually called, but whatever. And those would manage the managers, and the managers would manage the employees. So that's basically how it works. Mike, when game moderation manager? I don't know, if I'm honest. I don't know if I would have gotten a promotion by now. Maybe, I don't know. Never asked, and even if I did, I don't think I could tell you. The thing is, even if I did get one now, I would likely decline it because I don't feel like I am ready for that responsibility. Being a GMM definitely requires a lot more responsibility and work than just GML. And I don't feel like I am ready for that yet. Not because I don't have the capacity to do that sort of stuff. I most likely do. I mean, I have many years of experience by now. But I have been in a state of mind that just it's not really suited for that sort of stuff. Let's just put it that way. And that aside, for the moment, I'm happy as a GM, as a GML. I like it. It has just the right balance of responsibility and time it requires from my attention. Wait, what? I don't know, it has the right balance. For the moment, I am fine as GML. Although, of course, it's not to say that if I did get a promotion now, I wouldn't at least consider before declining it and saying, I'll pass it for now, maybe later. I hope I am making sense, because I am either not paying attention to what I am saying, or I am really saying nonsense because I have no idea what I am saying. I'm just saying words. Better position for you would be game producer. I have no idea how to code Torpedo. I am trying to learn Python, but I don't even know if Python would be useful in TMP. Yeah, I have no idea how to code. Heck, I actually studied HTML, but I don't even remember that. Then again, to be fair, I never used HTML, so there's that. This claw is almost right. Just take over Smokey's job. You have to know the job to do the job, however. And that's a problem. I don't know how to do that job. I would love to know how to code and do game stuff. Maybe make my own games, my own programs. That would be awesome. If I could make my own programs by coding them myself, I would by all means try and make a program that can read what songs are playing on a Windows Media Player or any other player of my choice, in a way that what the programs read can be sent over to OBS, so I can have the name of the song on the screen during a stream. I have a program, this one here, that does that. The problem is, this thing does not work properly on Windows 10. It runs, but it doesn't read the songs. I used to have the name of the song currently playing. I used to have that on the screen for you guys to see what is playing. But that was when I still used Windows 7. But ever since I had to switch to 10, I could never do that again, because the program does not work. It runs, but it doesn't read the song on Media Player. That is really annoying. I signed school for programming license a few years ago, but there were not enough others who wanted to do that as well, so I didn't. Please. Oh, that sucks. I took classes for web design a few years ago. The class started with many students, but as time went on, more and more people dropped out. I think by the end, there were only 3 students left in the class, with myself included. Which was a big shame, because those were good classes. I can't really work as a web designer, however, because I don't remember anything that I learned there. Oh man. I did pick up a few things about CorelDRAW and Photoshop though, so that's something, I guess. And now I'm thinking about going to a FH after school and study IT. IT is a good thing, but if you go IT, I recommend you try programming. That is an area that is paying very nicely from what I'm told. Very well, actually. Especially if you can get a big job. And it's definitely something that is never gonna go out of style. Because more and more the world is becoming dependent on softwares. You would think that the same thing would be happening with hardware maintenance. But thanks to Apple, everyone wants to make devices and even computers Unfixable. Thanks, Apple. You're taking away my job. You stupid morons. Oh yeah, at least in my country, being a computer technician is something that is paying very poorly. I'm actually unemployed right now. So that's fun. That is also one of the reasons why I'm trying to learn Python. I want to change to programming. FH is a... Oh frick, how to pronounce that? I'm assuming that is German. Should I even dare? Echo's cool. Yeah, that's a German word. Yeah. Fachhochschule? It is a university but organized as a school. Oh, interesting. Fachhochschule. Am I pronouncing that right? It sounds like the word faculty, or more specifically the word faculdade in Portuguese. So this here is a C, by the way. Not funny pronounce it. I don't speak German. So it sounds like faculdade, which would be the word for probably university. I mean, a faculdade would be what in the United States, for example, a college, a university is. Although a university in Brazil is not the same thing. It is confusing. But anyway, it sounds like this. No, that's something different. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't speak German. I know how to say Volkswagen though. So I hope I'll shut up about German now. Something that doesn't exist in the US. It's a Europe thing. That makes sense. Okay, did I draw this claw correctly? I guess. Let me draw another one, and that will serve as a reference. This does not look right. Yes, this definitely does not look right. I do believe this claw should seem to be a little more, let's say, turned towards us. So like while one claw is like this, the other should be a little more to the side like this, and same thing with the other one on the other side. So like, you know, it should be doing this kind of thing here. There are some long and difficult German words. It would be fun if you pronounce it. And that would be too. Yeah, I have seen many. Okay, so maybe if I am doing this right, this one should curve a little less than that one. So yeah, it should be more like this, except for this upper area over here. Oops, that's a circle. Yeah, it should be a little more like this. It's gonna be better. There's a word with about Oh my god, over 50 letters. Jesus Christ. What is wrong with your language? I'm just kidding. Reptane, welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. I hope you're doing very well today. Those are rookie numbers. You can copy and send it over, but I'm not going to dare pronounce that. Jesus Christ. Wait. 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 I'm trying to copy that. Oh my god. I cannot copy that from OBS, from the chat on OBS. I have to do it on the other computer. Hold on. Because that there, you can see the whole thing. Let me share that screen. Let's put that there. I hope this is not a curse word. Now let's go here on Google. Google Translate. Translator. Nope. Turkish? No, why? No. Detect language, please. Beef Labeling Supervision Duties Transfer Act. Several different words in only one. Alright, let's see what this sounds like.
Rindfleischetikettierungsüberwachungsaufgabenübertragungsgesetz.
My good lord, I am not going to try that.
Rindfleischetikettierungsüberwachungsaufgabenübertragungsgesetz.
Also, this voice sounds drunk. Way too dank. The German language is great.
Rindfleischetikettierungsüberwachungsaufgabenübertragungsgesetz.
Rindfleisch, no. Stop, no. I am not gonna do that. I can't. It's impossible. That is impossible for my tongue. Rindfleisch Etikettierungs Überwachungs Aufgaben Übertragung. No, I can't. I cannot. I cannot. Nope. It reminds me of this one time I was talking to a friend over voice chat. They were American. I mean, they still are American, but you know what I mean. I think we were talking about languages, and at some point, I don't know why, but I told him, hey, try to say farinha. He gave up on the spot, and that word, for the record, is this here. Farinha, that equals to flour. You know what you use to bake cakes. Yeah, I don't know why I wanted them to say that, but they didn't. And if they did, it would sound something like farinha or farinha. And you did fine. Oh, thank you. Also, IE in German is just a long guy sound. The second word I gave you. Oh, good lord. Second word. Alright, let's try that again. Let's bring the other PC to the screen. Store that tab. Where's the word? Copy that. Americans can pronounce the rolling R sound. Yeah, not really. Well, they can. They're just not used to do it. Oh, I gotta enable the sound for that PC. Hold on.
Kapazitäten Hauptbetriebswerk Bauunterbeamtengesellschaft. Donaudampfschifffahrtselektrizitäten Hauptbetriebswerk Bauunterbeamtengesellschaft.
No offense, but I swear this sounds like a drunken person trying to recite Shakespeare. The Noob Steamship Electricity Main Depot Building Sub-Official Society. It sounds like a drunken person trying to recite Shakespeare. I mean the voice there or on Google anyway. That there sounds like a drunken person trying to recite Shakespeare. It really sounds drunk. I know, right? I mean, not that I'm gonna do a better any better job if I try, but yeah. I should not try and fix this claw yet. It's too early for that. Let's first finish this one here. And let's make it curve a little more up here on the top. Remove that pixel. Remove this pixel and this one. And let's see. I guess it looks fine. Let's save and do the other one over here. But the German language is fun. We have two words which are written the same and they are the exact opposite. Interesting. I mean, to be fair, many languages have the same word. I mean, have different meanings for the same word. Umfahren. That's a curse word, isn't it? I have a feeling it is. Repton, you are not German? I thought you were German. No, I'm not German. I am. I'm confused. Okay, this claw here. Now this one needs to be a little more sideways. So, just slightly. It means drive around or drive over. Oh, that could get very confusing for someone who's learning German and is going for a drive in Germany and sees a sign with that written on the sign. Reminds me of those CCTV videos that you can find on YouTube of people literally going. There's a roundabout and the people are going just whoop straight and flying over the roundabout. But drive around or drive over reminds me of those. Did I just get the shape of this claw right on the first attempt? I think I did. I just need to bring this area here a little further down to the bottom. Let me improve this line slightly, as well as this here, and then I'm gonna do that. Schrutenschreiber. Alright. See what this is. Oh god, I'm scared. Why is this always suggesting Turkish? Stop. Alright, there's the translation. I'm not gonna read that. I was right in getting scared of that word. Of course I would translate it. Do you really think I'm just gonna blindly say stuff? No. It's a Christian server. Germans usually call Austrians that, and we call them Berk. Oh, you guys are so nice with each other. Oh hey, this song. Now I'm gonna have to file a copyright claim. I forgot the thing, but when I upload this to YouTube, this VOD to YouTube, they're gonna give me a claim, and then I'm gonna have to fight the claim, saying that I have a license. Because technically speaking, I do have a license for this song. We basically hate each other. Aw, don't hate each other. That's rude. There shall be no hate in my stream, except my hate for Calais Duisburg, but that's a different story. that is allowed here. Alright, let's see these claws here. They seem fine, except for this one. Remember when I first drew this one and I said that I didn't think this one was good enough? Yeah, it isn't. So I'm going to save this paw as a backup to the progress sheet, just the paw itself. And whoops. Put it over here. And I'm gonna have to redraw that claw. Before I do that, however, I should probably fix the paw itself. As you see, there's a few missing pixels here and there. And isolate the other claws. So yeah, let's do that. This isn't real hate, but it's a funny fight. Better. Versus Austria. Because Austria wants Bavaria and Switzerland wants Baden-Württemberg. And we have both. Oh, you guys. Now I made him forget what I was going to do. Okay, I remember. Let me copy the claws, open a new paint window. Right, I remember now. Guys, do you mind if I do a little rant over here real quick? A little complaint about Windows 10. Here's something, another one thing for the list of things I hate about Windows 10. On Windows 7, you could, let me go to the desktop. On Windows 7, you could, for example, right-click on a program, either on the desktop or on the start menu, and you could go over here. Shortcut key. Right? You could define a keyboard shortcut for that program. So, for example, actually, let me pick another thing. Yeah, let's pick Windows Media Player Classic. Right here. On 7, you could go here, just like you technically can on Windows 10. And you could go over here and define a shortcut, like for example, Control Alt M. Okay, and apply, and shut up. This is another thing that I hate about Windows 10, or whatever. So you put define, and okay, now every time that or if this was on Windows 7, every time that I would press Control Alt M, it would bring forth Windows Media Player Classic. On Windows 10, it only works when it wants to, and most of the time it doesn't work. For example, I just pressed Control Alt M, and it did not open Media Player Classic. Here. Can you hear my keyboard? Control Alt M. Control Alt M. It's not doing anything. And I hate that because I use Control Alt P to open Microsoft Paint. I use Control Alt B to open Notepad, and I use Control Alt C to open the calculator. So I don't have to go on the start menu and find them, or put a shortcut on the desktop to then minimize everything, go on the desktop to open those things. This drives me insane. I hate this about Windows 10. This is just one of the things that I really hate about Windows 10. And I do not understand why it does this. It's so stupid. Shut up! I am the administrator. You do as I say. You stupid. God, Windows 10 annoys me so much. It annoys me so much. Like, I kid you not. Here, let me boot up the virtual machine. Let's see here. Windows 7, x64. Power on. I said power on. Did it seriously just power on Windows NT? It did. The hell? You saw, guys, I had Windows 7 selected when I clicked power on, didn't I? You know what? Hold on. Let me check that. Let me save a replay from OBS. Hold on. I absolutely had Windows 7 selected there. Wrong file. Yes, there it is. When I clicked power on this virtual machine, I had Windows 7 selected. Why the hell did it boot up Windows NT? Why? It makes no sense. Oh, hi to you too, Windows NT. Oh my god. Now I have to power this off. I am booting up this VM to show you that the shortcuts work instantly on Windows 7. Rumi, welcome to the stream. Happy to... let me start over. Welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. Thank you so much for joining. I know someone already using Windows 11 and it's worse than Windows 10. I have Windows 11 on my work PC. I installed that on purpose to test drive the thing. I like the interface. I like how Windows 11 looks for the most part. But in terms of functionality, it is still just as bad as Windows 10. Check the virtual drive. Virtual drive. Technically speaking, you can use Windows 11 Reptain on that hardware. There's a little trick. Okay, so here we go to the example. So, like I demonstrated, I already have Microsoft Paint on Windows 10 over here set to be open by pressing Ctrl Alt P on the keyboard. So when I press Ctrl Alt P on the keyboard, it should open a new window of Paint like this. But because Windows 10 just works this, just makes this work whenever it wants to, and most of the time it doesn't want to. If I press Ctrl P, here we go. Nothing. Ctrl P again. Nothing. Again and again. Nothing. On 7, on the other hand, it just works. Yeah, let's put a shortcut of Paint on the desktop. I can do that from here as well, but I want to put a shortcut of Paint on the desktop. I clicked by accident. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, it's already set. Okay, perfect. So here we go. Inside the virtual machine, Control-Alt-P, instantly. Why can't Windows 10 and 11 for that matter, because it also has this issue, why can't they just do what they are told? Why? It's not difficult. Actually, I think I have Notepad and the calculator also set with those shortcuts in this VM. So let's try. Control-Alt-B. Yeah, there we go. Notepad. Control-Alt-C for the calculator. Yep, there we go. It works. It just works. Windows 10, on the other hand, is just like, eh. Why should I obey this command when you can just go to the start menu and type the name of the program that you want? I hate Windows 10. Both as a user and as a computer technician. It's awful. It has good things about it, but it's the bad ones that make it a bad OS. It's not to say that it is by all means a bad OS. Like I said, it has good things about it, but it has just too many that are bad. Shoot, now I forgot that I actually need a new window of paint, and I don't even remember why. What do I have on the transfer? Ah, there we go. That's why. There's my first and worked best. Yeah, as Windows XP, everyone loves XP. I love XP as well. I prefer Windows 7. I feel like 7 was an improved Windows XP. It was XP, but much better and nicer looking. But yeah, both of those, they are just great. They just worked. No headaches there. None other unless caused by yourself, but yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, let's copy this folder here. You seem to forget a lot of things today. Are you getting older? Huh? What did I forget? Oh, because I said I even forgot what I was going to do. What I needed paint for? No, that was just because I got too focused on the rent. But yeah, I am kind of getting older. Now you kids should understand that back in my day, the best operating system was Windows 7. Why the hell did I just say Windows 11? Oh my god. I just said that Windows 11 is not much better than 10. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? And for the record, by the way, I have mentioned this before and demonstrated on a past stream on a Sunday. The new paint on Windows 11, it sucks. It's terrible. It's awful. Do not use it. If you migrate to Windows 11 and you want to use paint for whatever reason, don't use the new paint. It's bad. It looks nice for the most part, but don't use it. You sound like an old drunk man. The forgettable 2000. I like Windows 2000. I like Windows 2000. It is one of my favorites. It is a very good version of Windows. It was very stable for one. Oh, this is why I separated the other claws. I wanted just this one. No, I wanted both of these. I've done this above. The good 95, 98, SE, XP, 7 agreed. The bad 98. 98 me Vista 8. You know, ironically, actually two things. First one, unironically, I do like Windows Millennium. Millennium, if you could fully update Windows Millennium, it actually worked better than Windows 98, and it had more and better features. Except for the lack of a real DOS mode, it actually was a very good OS once you had it fully updated and you didn't try to break something. Which was actually easy, but that was a 9X thing, not exclusive to Millennium. Now, that was unironic. Now, ironically, I do prefer Windows Vista over Windows 10. And you know why? And now I am speaking as a computer technician because I have never actually used Windows Vista on my personal computer. But it was just so much easier to fix that thing if it were to break, than it is to fix Windows 10. You would give it a command to repair something, it would repair that something. You give a command to repair something on 10, it says it is doing it, but it doesn't fix squat. It is horrible. Not to mention that Microsoft seems to be focused on making things harder and harder for you to repair on Windows 10 and 11 now, for that matter. Like for example, the F8 menu command during boot, up to Windows 7. If you wanted to start safe mode, right away, for example, you would turn on the computer, press the F8 key a few times, and you would be given the prompt to start the safe mode right away. You just select safe mode, and it would start Windows in safe mode right away. It wouldn't have to reboot. They removed that. They made that a lot more complicated. I mean, technically it's still here, but it's hidden away and more complicated to use. It's awful. I hate it. Why complicate things? Why break things and complicate things that used to be so functional and that just worked? It's horrible. Here we go. Control Alt B to open Notepad. Nope, nothing. Nothing happens. Yeah, the missing DOS mode was bullcrap. Yeah, at the time it was, but eventually we grew out of that. But definitely, for older games, 98 was definitely a better choice over Millennium because of DOS mode. Actually, Millennium was not meant to happen at all in the first place. Microsoft's original idea was to launch an OS that... Wait, what was the plan? Again, I forget now. I know they wanted to do something for corporate use and home use, but I think they ran out of time, so they kind of rushed Millennium. I don't know, it was something like that. I can't remember. I still use DOS mode on my 98. I see well into the era when everyone had XP, especially for games. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Older games that run on DOS, they would work generally better on 98 because of DOS mode. The older the game, the better it would run on 98 than on Millennium because of the real DOS mode. And that's why those don't work on 2000 XP and above. Some don't work well, some don't work at all. Because those versions of Windows, they are based on NT, and that has no DOS at all. Alright, what exactly am I trying to accomplish here? I think this part here is the problem. I want to switch to when I got my first PC with XP on it. I used 98 for many years as well. It was a good OS. I don't really miss it, because if I'm honest, I actually like 2000 more than I like 98. But XP is a thing that existed, so when we got XP on our PC, we just kept it. And actually, I was running XP all the way up until mid 2010, more or less, when I got to upgrade to a Core i5, which, for the record, by the way, is the same Core i5 that I was using all the way up until June of last year, when I finally could upgrade to this current hardware that I am using. It was still the same Core i5. I was a first gen Core i5. But yeah, when I could get that computer, I then went straight to Windows 7. Man, how I miss Windows 7. So good. Everything on it just works. Which is not something that you can very easily say about 10. And I know, again, like I said before, 10 does have many good things about it. But it also has way too many bad things. Which is not to say that Windows 7 didn't have bad things about it. It did. No OS is perfect. But I feel like, in my experience anyway, as a user and as a computer technician, who has, or had, I'm unemployed now, who had to do computer maintenance on computers running Windows 10, and had to deal with a lot of software issues caused by the OS. Windows 10 has just too many more flaws than 7 had. You know, it has a lot more downsides than upsides. Why did it do an A there? Than upsides than 7 had. Everything just works. Todd Howard. Yeah, it was great. I really miss it. I really do. One OS I loved from the start. Me too, Reptane. My story with 7 actually started as a computer technician. At the time when 7 launched, I was working at a computer repair shop. And there was this one client once who brought in... actually, no, they didn't bring a new computer. They had us build a new computer for them. But they bought a copy of Windows 7 and brought it in for us to install it. And I was the one building the computer, and also the one who would have to install that copy of Windows 7, of the then brand new Windows 7 on that computer. And I kid you not, I know this might sound cliche or even stupid, but it was love at first click. Literally. From the very first screen, from the very first setup screen, and I was already familiar with the Vista setup process, and those two operating systems have very identical ones. But I don't know, something about 7's was just nicer, was better. I can't tell what. What is? It was love at first click, and the setup process was great. Setting up Windows itself once it was installed, I just loved it. It was amazing. It looked nicer than Vista. It had better features than Vista. I don't know, it was just good. And like I said, everything just worked. I never had issues with Windows 7, both in my personal life using it, in my personal life using it as a user on my own computer, and doing maintenance on it on the computers of clients. I never had problems with it. And whenever something were to break and I had to fix it, I could get it fixed. I managed to get it fixed without formatting. Formatting was always the last option, because, like I said, everything just worked. With Windows 10, most of the times that something in the OS breaks, and in the end I have to format the thing. It's annoying, and God knows how much I dislike setting up and configuring Windows 10 once it is installed. Because you guys may not know, but for you to get Windows 10 to actually be really user-friendly and functional and more practical, you actually have to do a lot of tweaking. Most people do not know that. One another thing on 7 was the installation. Because it took a while. It has just SSDs and USB 3.0. Yeah, to be fair, Windows 7 did come out before USB 3.0 was created. So it wasn't designed to work with that. So that makes sense, but that's more a matter of its age rather than the OS itself, I would say. But yeah, going back to the configuring the OS. You guys, most people do not know this, but Windows 10, you actually have to do a lot of tweaking to make it actually properly usable and save your time. One big example of that is grouping of open windows in the on the taskbar. You have no idea how much time you are actually wasting if you do not set up Windows to ungroup the open windows on the taskbar. You may think you are not wasting time, but you are. It was also a pain to implement those drivers into the ISA. Figure it out. Yeah, like I said, unfortunately, that's a matter of when each one of these things came out rather than the actual operating system itself. Because those things came after Windows 7, so implementation had to be done after the fact. Unfortunately. But other than that, everything, like I said, everything just works. Alright, now let's draw some lines like this, and these should help us understand how these claws are actually positioned. This one is supposed to be a little more turned a little more. Might have to do a little change on this corner here. They look the same. They should not be looking the same. Also, that is another thing that I really hate about Windows 11 in this case. 11 completely removes the ungrouping of icons on the not icons of open windows on the taskbar, and I hate that. It's awful. This here's wrong. Hold on a second. It should not be like that. There we go. That's what this should be like. So yeah, guys, do yourselves a favor, and if you haven't done this already, do it. Ungroup your open windows on the taskbar. You might not like it at first because you're not used to it, but over time you will see how much time you will be saving by not having to spend time doing extra clicks to open a given window if you have a lot of things open or a lot of the same windows open. Seriously. And if you don't believe me, I can give you an example right now. Torpedo, thank you so much for the bits. Now we get the good night 100 bits, which means that I'll go to bed now. Have a great week, Mikey, and hopefully dream of dragons. Thank you so much with Torpedo. And yeah, have an awesome week and sleep well. And of course, dream of dragons. Especially today, that today is the national, I don't know, worldwide Dragon Appreciation Day. That I had no idea it was. Thank you for letting me know. I mean, I would have seen it on the server anyway, but still, thank you. Good night. Yeah, sleep well. Okay, let me just finish doing these fixes here, and I will give you guys an example of what I'm talking about with the grouping of things on the taskbar. Just remove a few pixels from here. That was too much. There we go, and save. Okay, now for this, I will obviously have to change to a capture that shows my taskbar, because the one that I have here does not. So, one moment, please. Okay, now you guys can see my taskbar. So this here is Windows 10. I am running Windows 10 right here. Okay, I don't have anything grouped. As you can see here, everything is their own thing. This is great because I can easily see what is what and what is where. So if I want the progress sheet on Paint, for example, I see the name over here, so boom, click there, easy. But if I group these things, taskbar settings, this, where is that? Here. By default, Windows comes with this setting here on, always hide labels. I hate this. All right, let's count how many clicks do I need to bring to switch from one window of Paint to another. Okay, so okay, I am working here on the workshop. Now I want to save something to the progress sheets. Okay, pretend that I copy this. I have to go here, put the mouse here, select, and then click, or otherwise click and click. So one click, two clicks, and then I have access to the progress sheet with the windows ungrouped. Instead, I only have to do one click. I'm here on the workshop. Okay, boom, one click, there I am. You might think that this is such a tiny thing that you are not really spending time, but it is the little things. They add up. That's the thing. That's the thing. Another example. Let's group them again. And let's open multiple Explorer windows. Alright, so let's open here my personal folder. DeviantArt. Let's open another window here. I don't know, ATSMP. Now let's open, I don't know, maybe I'm trying to organize files. Okay, let's open my music folder. Sure, why not? Okay, let's say that I want to move a file from, I don't know, let's say I want to move this picture from this folder, or even copy it from this folder to the musics folder, or the ATSMP, sorry, window. Either I alt tab until I find what I'm looking for, or I look for it and I click it, or I minimize everything until I find the window that is already open, or I move the windows to the sides and then I have a bunch of stuff open on the screen at the same time. Or I go here on the taskbar, click and find what I'm looking for, and then I click to bring that up, like this, like that, you know. This is so wasteful. Little into the edge corners. That's the thing, Riptang. That is not exactly too practical. Now, let's go back here to this window here. If I don't have these things grouped, I can now immediately see what is what. So I can just go right here, boom, one click. It's faster. And the same thing applies to literally everything. Like if I have multiple different documents open on Word, for example. Like let's pretend this here is one document. Why did that open on the other window? Let's pretend this is another document. Stop opening on the other other screen. Okay. And there's another document. Okay, I have 4 documents of Word open for whatever reason. I don't know, maybe I'm working, I'm not in an office. Everything grouped. And now I have to click here and find which one is the document that I want to work on or do some changes there. This takes time. But if I have everything ungrouped, because now I can see the names of the documents, I can go immediately to the one that I need. This saves time. If you don't believe me, think of refueling, putting fuel in the tank of your car. Okay, let's go back to the with this capture here. Think about it. Think about the price of gasoline. I pressed the wrong button with the keyboard. Imagine that the liter of gasoline is costing, let's say, $1, and your tank, it has a total capacity of 36 liters. Let's say your tank is completely dry and you want a full tank, so you want to buy 36 liters of gasoline. So costing $1 per liter, that is going to cost you $36. Okay, right. This is the taskbar with the windows ungrouped. Alright, so you have one for each. Now, I mean, you have to do only one click to go to each window that you want. Now imagine, let's add one more click, okay, by grouping everything. So let's imagine that one click in terms of dollars in our hypothetical gas station over here, that's gonna add another 50 cents. Okay, I mean 50 cents, that's not too much. Actually, let's not go with 50 cents. Let's do 10 cents. Okay, so now the gasoline is 10 cents more expensive than it was before. 10 cents? That's nothing, right? This is really tiny stuff. It's pocket change, literally. Alright. But what happens when you add this up? Well, let's see. $1.10 times 36 liters. Oh no! Now we went from $36 to $39.60. See what I'm trying to say here? Do you get it? Are you following along? Things add up. Now, if you add more clicks to a workflow, that is also going to take more time for you to perform your workflow. Really. One click here, one click there. They may not seem too much individually, but in a workflow, they do add up. And the extra time you spend, even if it's just a fraction of a second that you spend giving that extra click to find something, that is extra time that you are spending looking for what you need instead of actually doing actual work. And just like the price of gasoline, things add up. So if you add more clicks, now at $1.50 times 36, now that tank of fuel is going to cost you $55. Now, I don't know, let's add more clicks to the workflow. Now the gasoline is $2 times 36, now $72. See what I'm getting at? Things add up. Many people do not realize that they are wasting time by not having things ungrouped. I'm not saying that you should by all means ungroup everything, but if you want to spend as little time, if you want to optimize your workflow, whatever you are doing, ungroup. Do yourself a favor and ungroup the windows. Really. It saves you time. You may not see it at first, but it is a thing. And this is something that got me very worked up about Windows 11 when I discovered that Windows 11 completely removed the function to ungroup windows on the taskbar. And believe me, I'm not the only one who has this opinion about workflows and the grouping and ungrouping of windows. If you go on the feedback section for Windows 11, you will find many people complaining about this. If I don't group my taskbar, I would overfill. Honestly, that is preferable over having to find stuff by bringing up these things here. Also, another favor that you can do yourself is do not put a bunch of programs on the taskbar. just put the most essential ones. Like I myself, for example, I only have, excuse me, I only have the virtual machine, Windows Media Player, and the browser. Check Discord. Okay, let's see. Why do you have so many things pinned to the taskbar? And why do you have so many weather things on the next to the system tray? That is taking up so much workspace, Reptain. Oh my god, that is driving me insane. I must close this. This is triggering me. Oh no, I am incapable of using Windows if the taskbar is full of stuff and grouped. I need space on my taskbar. I need my work area here. Also, that's another thing that bothers me about Windows 11. It looks nicer, but the taskbar is way too thick. It is unnecessarily too thick. And you may think that it doesn't sound, that it isn't a big deal, but a bigger taskbar, it gives you less room to work with in the desktop area here, on the screen in general. And it is especially bad on smaller screens. Now, of course, you can change the size of the taskbar on Windows 11, but it only has 3 sizes. It only has too tiny, too big, and too gigantic. There's no in between. The taskbar is just too much bigger than it should be. Because I hate having to open Start to go back to taskbar to open programs. And that is one of the reasons why I set keyboard shortcuts for the programs that I use the most. Except that Windows 10 is horrible and does not want me to use the shortcuts. Yeah, let's open Notepad. Control-Alt-B. Nothing. Calculator via the shortcut. Control-Alt-C. Nothing. Another window of Paint. Nothing. But I did not order you to print. Yeah. So there's that. Also, I pin the other programs that I use a lot. I also pin them over here, so all it takes is one press of the Start key or one click on the Start menu to go over there. And yes, this is a different Start menu. Now some might say, "Oh, Mike, you got yourself a Windows 7 Start menu." Like I said, Windows 7 just works. Why fix what isn't broken? It's just better. It's more practical than this thing here. Sure, you can put stuff over here. Is there missing stuff here? Anyway, you can put stuff here, but I don't find this more practical. Besides, this Start menu sucks. If I want to send a shortcut of a program to my desktop, for example, like let's say Firefox, there's no send to. I have to instead minimize everything to have the desktop open. This is what I mean. And oops, hold on. And then I have to drag the thing to the desktop. And then the Start menu closes. What if I want to send multiple shortcuts at once? I can't. I'll have to every single time open Start again. With the older Start, however, I could instead just right click, send to desktop, and the Start menu would still be open. So then I could go here and find the other program that I want to send and send. There you go. It was more practical. But yeah, that's why I use this Start. I never use shortcuts to open programs. You're missing out, Reptain, because shortcuts are very handy. They are a very useful thing to have. Alright, now let's erase some of these intersecting lines, because I don't think that I have to do any more changes with this paw. So let's keep things as they are right now. Now let's turn the blue into black and do the same thing for the red. There we go. Now let's pick red on the primary color. And voila! Perfect. Now let's do the same thing for this paw. Black on the primary color, white on the secondary. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's erase all of this and copy these claws out of here. Just put them here. Now I am going to need this paw. Place it over here. Now take these claws and place them back here. Now the paw is completely restored, no missing pixels. Now I can erase the black lines that are showing inside the claws. There we go. Now why did I do that? Because of this. Ta-da! And save. Always remember to save your progress frequently, my friends. Whatever you're doing, always save your progress. You never know when something might go bad. And you might lose your work. Or your progress on your work. Alright, so. Now I have to draw the claws for the back paws. But I first need to use the bathroom real quick. So I'm going to do that. And when I get back, I will draw the claws and the back paws. Hopefully I'm not gonna have to redraw the paws themselves like I had to do with this one here, because that took a lot more time than I anticipated. Which actually I didn't anticipate I would have to redraw the paw at all, so there's also that. Anyway, I'll be right back, my friends. Hey everyone, I am back. And right on time for a very nice song. Alright then, did I save this sketch to the progress sheet yet? I don't think I did. Yeah, I didn't. So let me do that real quick, and then I'm going to draw the claws on the other paws. I'm gonna have to expand this canvas. Problem? Villagers cheer my for a hero I was. That's say. The song is awesome. By the way, does any of you know if it is possible, and if so, how to disable fire spread on Minecraft Beta 1.7.3? I have this old world there that has way too many flammable things touching fire and lava. I would like to have the world not melt down when I load it. I tried to look on the internet for even mods that can do that, but I could not find any. And for the record, the world that I'm referring to is the old world of the Shadowhold server, the same world that I was exploring on the Gaming Friday, last Friday. If I load that the original version of that world, which is from beta 1.7.3, if I load that on beta 1.7.3, the world basically melts down because of so many things that people built there that are flammable and touching fire and lava. I would like to explore that world on beta as well, but again, without having everything melt down. Which, by the way, guys, I am thinking of playing Minecraft again for the next Gaming Friday, but instead of doing more exploration of the old Shadowhold world like I did last Friday, I'm thinking of maybe start a series, survival series on beta 1.7.3. Because last night I spent several hours actually, with a headache nonetheless. I spent several hours adding some basic mods to beta 1.7.3 so I could not necessarily do some exploring on that old Shadowhold world, but so I could more easily get to some specific places to see what the original paintings on the walls were, so I could place them back on the upgraded version of the world. Because if any of you have watched the last Gaming Friday, you saw that during the exploration of that world on 1.18, some paintings on some places they popped out of the walls on their own for some reason, and I wanted to put them back on that version of the world. But since I don't know which paintings were where, I would like to check in the original. So for that reason, last night I installed, what is it called, Zombies Modpack, which is something that I used to have installed on my game when I was admin on Shadowhold back in the day. So yeah, I installed that and activated flight mode. I also activated the light level thing so I can see which blocks need lighting and which ones can spawn mobs. There was also another thing that I activated from there, but I don't remember what. But anyway, I installed that. Also Raise minimap, so for navigation again, so I could go to the places where the paintings were originally, so I can see in the original to replicate them, or rather restore those paintings in the upgraded version. And boy, I tell you, I must have spent at least 4 hours trying to get Zombie to work. I got Ray's minimap to work just fine, but for some reason Zombies modpack, it was installed, but for whatever reason it wasn't reading its settings files, so in practice it was not doing anything. Oh, what happened here? Eventually I managed to figure it out. Now it works. But boy, it was a nightmare. It was a headache on my existing headache. But yeah, I installed those for navigation on that world. But I really would like to disable fire spread so the world would not melt down when I try to find the places that had those paintings, so I can see what they were to put them back in place on 1.18. Also doors, because on the conversion, if you remember from the stream last Friday, some doors and chests, although the chests are easier to fix without checking the original, but some doors, they kind of borked, either broke or they got flipped around the wrong way. And it's kind of important that I do the checking without fire spreading everywhere and burning everything, because some of those places that broke, they are susceptible to some of those fires. So it's going to be useless if I go into the world and everything that I need to check burns down, you know. Which even my house, for some reason, that had no fire near it, even my house burnt down. That was kind of upsetting. Like seriously, let me show you real quick. Multi-aim seed launcher. Where did I test that? I think it was on this one. No, it wasn't. View world? No, not view worlds. Recommended screenshots. Wait, where is the screenshots I took during the test? The heck? I don't remember deleting those. Or did I? Oh, that's fine. I did upload those to Discord, so let me just open from there. So yeah, during testing, somehow my house caught on fire, and I promise you, there's no fire source near the house. Actually, the fire originated in my trees farm, but there's no fire source near any flammable blocks. So this would happen while I was testing if Zombie and Ray's minimap was working. And yep, rip house. I do have a backup, however, so yeah, I restored the backup, but oh, that might be why I don't have these screenshots in the folder anymore. Yeah, rip house. I really would like to not have that happen anymore. So if any of you know how to disable fire spread on beta 1.7.3, do share that information with me. That would be greatly appreciated. Okay, please, thanks, bye. Okay, this claw actually is looking very nice as it is. I don't think I'm gonna have to do any fixes on this one. Let's just add this little detail and move on. Save. I should copy this as a backup somewhere else, because I'm gonna have to draw over that claw for a moment. There. Oh yeah, I haven't finished saying what I was talking about. So yeah, I'm thinking about playing Minecraft again this next Friday. even though I am supposed to play a different game every week. But this time I would be playing instead of Minecraft 1.18.1, I would be playing beta 1.7.3 and start a new survival world in beta. Because some of you might not know, but Minecraft beta, that was a very different experience from what the current versions of Minecraft are. And actually, I think that would be fun. I think this song is copyrighted, so I'm going to skip. Also this. Yeah, if you guys would like to see that sort of survival series on beta 1.7.3, do join next week, next Friday. Now let's see what happens. Wait a second, aren't these claws? Nah, they're right. I thought for a moment that the angle at which I am drawing them is wrong, but nah, it is right. Yeah. I have a feeling that all I'm gonna have time for on today's stream are these freaking claws. That front paw there, fixing that earlier, took a lot longer than it should, or than I was expecting. And then again, like I said before, I wasn't expecting I would have to be fixing the paw. Okay, this needs to be a little more curved down here. Now here. Something about this is not right. I'm not too sure what, but something isn't. I do have a little bit of feeling that these claws should be a little more sideways than they are, but I am not entirely sure. Let's draw that other one on the other side. And then I will figure it out. Oh, this looks quite wonky, doesn't it? Yes, it does. It should not be this wonky. How did that happen? Alright, that's better. Add that. Now, same thing over on this one. Okay, now let's copy these. Remove all the black lines so the claws themselves are completely isolated. Or like I usually say, extracted. And from here, let's copy this section, paste it over. Like that, yep. And now let's place these back there. Perfect. And using the eraser, let's remove just the black lines that are showing inside the claws. Alright, let's paste a copy of just this paw, so its line art is going over the line art for the claws of the back paw, because those are not supposed to be visible over this paw. It makes no sense. And then let's color those claws black and see if everything is correct. There we go, now I have just this paw. Let's paste it over here. Now remove this bit of claw from here. And let's color everything black. Zoom out and let's see if I'm going to have to redraw these claws or not. They seem a little small, don't they? A little stubby. They do. Oh, I don't like that. No, 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 I don't. I hate it. I will redraw them. I am, however, going to copy this as a backup. And let's leave it here on the progress sheet, just in case I have to revert back to this. Now give me this here. And how should I proceed with this? Let me think for a moment. I can restore the paw the way it was, completely without claws, and then try to draw the claws from this point on, or I can revert back to having colors on these claws here and use them as the basis for better claws. Yes, I think I should do that. So let's make them the same color. In this case, I think I will want just brown. Now let's paste this over them. Okay. Now, using the color red, or should I go with blue? I'm gonna go with red. Now with the color red, let's draw new claws, and hopefully those will look better and more proper. They also have to be bigger than the ones I drew originally. Yeah. Okay, no, that that looks horrible. What am I doing? Shoosh. Also, I do think they should be a little more sideways than they were originally, so this here. Okay, this line here is good, but this one down here, something about it seems off. Let's try this again. Yeah, there's a little more curvature down here. That seems to be good. Okay, I think I'm making progress. Yep, that seems fine. I'll do this. Wait. This is almost right. It's just not quite there. How to improve this? Let's establish these lines over here first. Yeah. Now this one down here. I'm gonna have to do some fixes over here. That's fine. It was expected. Also here. Alright, now let me use the color blue to fix this area over here. Because this is not looking good. Not one bit. Let's do here first. And now down here separately. Somehow that is even worse. What the heck? Okay, let's try it a little bit differently then. Let's try it this way. Almost. There, I think I got it. Okay, let's remove some of the red pixels that will not be needed anymore. Let's turn that blue into red. And yeah, I think that claw is looking much better now. Let's do this line here for detailing. Very good. Now let's see. Let's draw the claw on the other side there. I'm getting hungry. I'll try to finish the claws on both of these paws, and I think then I'm going to end the stream because I've been streaming for a little over 3 hours now, but I am hungry. Some food would be very welcome. Alright, let's have this line be a different color. And let's restore the red lines. This one. Nice. Perhaps that claw should be a little more sideways than this. Just a little bit. Let me try that with yellow. Let me save first. As I always say, always remember to save your progress frequently. Wait a second, no, this is wrong. I'm doing this wrong. It is supposed to be a little more sideways, but not in the way that I was doing it. Yes, I think this here is better. Is it? No, it isn't. It seems to be way too far away from the digit. Let's keep it like this. I think, yeah, this should be better. Okay. Now save, and let's do this one over here. I'm going to remove the blue line from there, because I want to use the color blue. Welcome back, Riptane. Okay, so as I said before, these claws are supposed to be bigger than the ones I drew originally. So let's see if I can make that work without messing up. Yeah, let's go with this line here. Now curve over here. Let's circle around all the way up there. Alright, this here seems to be okay. Maybe change this curve a little, just a little. Alright, that seems alright. Now to thicken up the lines. If only my hand would simply follow along the line instead of going like this, that would be fantastic. Because of that, it's best if I simply resort to the curve tool like this again. Yeah, that works. Alright, voila. Now, I'm going to save a backup of just this section. Place it over here. Let's remove now a few unnecessary colors. In this case, that brown from the original lines. Alright, now let me copy just this. Let's isolate the claws from the paw. Yep, there. Let's also remove this one red pixel from there. And also from here. There's a reason for that. I'm gonna go ahead and convert that blue into red. Could be either way, but I want to use red. Now what do I want? Now I want both paws. Yeah. So let's copy this. Place it right here. Perfect. Now let's place these claws over there. Perfect. Now I'm going to need just this paw here again. Let's remove this one so I can easily copy this. Just this here is enough. Paste it over here. Pixel precision, excellent. And remove this red from here. Now with the black color, I'm going to do the same thing with this bit of paw that is appearing inside these claws, because that is not supposed to be there. Or rather, it's not supposed to be visible there. Okay, now if I have done this correctly this time, this is actually going to look good. And natural. That is the most important thing. It has to look natural. It's not bad, but I still feel like it could be better. I'm going to leave it like that for now, though. Maybe I change my mind later and decide that it does not actually require any more fixes. Let's save this to the progress sheet and move on to his fourth and final leg. Now, this paw is mostly facing forward. It is a little bit sideways, but it is mostly forward, facing forward. Except for this digit. This digit here is pretty much all forward. So, let's begin with this one. Simply because I can. There. Nice. A little correction here. I know it's still early for corrections, but it is needed. And obey the command and follow the line. There, see, it's not difficult. Should I actually do this symmetrically? Maybe. Alright, let me try that. Copy this. Paste it over here. Remove the paw digit. And remove this side of the claw. Should probably change this color. There's a reason for this. There is a reason for this. Yeah, maybe this might work. Let's just round it up a little more up here. Now let's copy this and paste it over this one. Now here or here? That is the question. Probably here. Alright, let's keep it here. And remove the red. Okay. Now give me blue. And let's draw a line going like this. Curve it slightly. Could be a little more curved than that. Yeah, that's good. Now for the other, the claw over here. Now this one should appear to be very big. Wait, should it? I don't know. Let's just do it. And if anything, I can say that I am experimenting. I mean, after all, the picture, for the moment anyway, is called Excuses, so it's fitting. I can always use that as an excuse for mess ups. You can always say, hey, I'm just experimenting. I did erase a little more than I needed here, but it's fine. I can easily restore that piece of leg later. Oh, I make a mistake here. This claw should be facing more. It should not be so sideways like this. Not so much. Yeah, it should be more like this. This obviously requires more attention. It is not actually going to have this exact shape. Little curve there. So let's draw over this blue line here. The red. No. I'm going to use this instead. And again. That wasn't good. Good, this is better. Now over here. Let's remove a little bit from the top. Nice. Let's remove a little from here. And this seems fine. Let's draw a line right here for detailing and also to help sell the idea. What am I trying to say here? To help us better visualize the angle at which we are looking at this claw. So do this. Not quite like that. Yes, that works. Should I draw a line like this on this one though? Let me see what that is going to look like if I do. Doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look great either. Yeah, I think that for this one it doesn't make much sense. Let's keep it just with that one. Now, I have to remove all the blue from that. And sure, why not? Let's turn the blue one into red. Let's extract the claws. And repair that paw there, because it is missing some pixels. I can bring these back. There we go. Now, save. And let's draw the claw that is over here. Now that one should be a little more sideways. Just a little bit. Alright, for the overall shape, I think this is fine. I say fine because this could be better. I should try and make it better. It's not because most of this claw is not going to be visible that it means I can just do whatever and call it a day. Yeah, this here is looking better. So let's go with this. Oh yeah, and I can actually use this line here as this thing here. Yeah. Nice, I think I just killed two birds with one stone. Wonderful.
Find me floating towards forever. Find me floating towards the end. Find me floating towards forever. Find me floating towards the end.
Yeah, I guess that is good enough.
Empty and broken, like I always seem
Just gotta do this line.
of loose ends that I can't seem to.
And now save a backup of just the paw.
Like the same story
Put it over there.
every time again. I can't tell.
And now I will want just this front paw. So I'm actually going to isolate that in here.
It's hard to sleep when
This here should be very easy. Almost done, and there we go, done. Now paste this here. Nice. And now let's just remove that. Now, black color with a small eraser. Move. I better use the pencil with this bit here. That, yep. And now these. And now it's all a matter of turning these red claws into black claws. Alright, now let's zoom out and see what this looks like. Perfect. It looks just perfect. Maybe this claw here could be a little thinner and not as long like this. I mean, from this point to this point, you know. Yeah, it should be a little shorter, shouldn't it? Either that, or I need to move it down a bit. Let's try that. Yeah, this will need a little bit of fixing, but I don't think I should do that today, because I'm pretty sure that is going to take quite some time as well. For now, let's just save this to the progress sheet. And add the date of today. That is the 16th of 22. And save. Alright, well, let's close this. So next time I work on this, what I will have to do is fix this claw, draw the crest that is going along his back, give him the proper expression he's supposed to have for this picture, and lastly draw his wings. I am really not looking forward to drawing his wings, if I'm honest. But yeah, I am actually quite close to finishing this sketch. Once this is done, all I have to do is draw the final line arts using Corel Draw, and then color and shade and do effects on Photoshop. And that is the easy part, actually. But yeah, for now, this is going to be all. So my friends, remember, I stream... let me stretch. Oh, I needed that. I stream every week on Wednesdays, Fridays and Sundays. I play a different game on Wednesdays and Fridays, and I do art live on Sundays, just like today. However, the Wednesday streams, they are currently on hold until February, because one, I am taking a quick break from those, and two, I am reevaluating if I really want to keep going with the Wednesday streams. By that aside, the Wednesday stream should start at 7 PM Eastern Time, the Friday one should start at 6 PM Eastern Time, and the Sunday one should start at 2 PM Eastern Time. The streams on Wednesday are always in Portuguese, however the streams on Fridays and Sundays are always in English. And what else? I have a Discord server available now. Currently it is limited to members of the art group Dragon Realms in DeviantArt and subscribers to my Twitch channel here on Twitch. So if you are one of those and would like to join, you'll be most than welcome to. There's a link below the stream for that. If for some reason you have problems with that link, you can message me either on DeviantArt or on Twitter. Down here on the corner of the screen is my DeviantArt name, Mike_Dragon, and Twitter @_MikeDragon. You can message me there and I will send you a link for you to join the server directly. I will be opening the server to the general public in the near future, but for now it's limited to members of the group and subscribers here on Twitch. And I think that is all for today. So everyone, thank you all so much for joining today's stream. I hope you enjoyed and had fun. It's always a pleasure to have you around. And I wish you all an amazing week. May this next week is a better one than the one that we just had. And enjoy the rest of your evening. And when you go to bed, have good dreams and of course dream of dragons. So Reptane, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Have a great one, my friends. Until we meet again in the next stream, God bless you all. Stay safe and healthy. And as always, good night, sleep well, and dream of dragons. See you everyone. Bye.
Some problems and we don't know what to do. You've come to find your feelings and exactly what you knew. The odds are stacked quite poorly if without a winning hand. But bear in mind your bearing's only worse if you don't try. Don't bet on taking trips because they'll turn your trips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. So truths can seem quite big if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I will not let them on my opinion of such enough. Bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes and setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mar my opinion of the fact that if you could fix the failings of the current paradigm, we would have a hero who's supposed to be elusive and on time. Just on time. And then we would all contrive new conflicts, you know. So bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mar my opinion of the show. Bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let it mar my opinion. Stipulations placed before you to get all the things you really need. Mr. Big may make things hard, but you have got to plant your seeds. Go to war, fight more. Your dreams thrive by competition. You'll find no one famous ever got there just by flinching at their foes. Cling against the torment claw with all your might at what you know. Don't let go, just go. Don't wait or play to indecision. Don't bet on taking trips because you've got to be more grand. You got to think ahead and carry out the things you planned. Citrus can be your fears when you can see where fossils lay. Don't quit on hopes or dreams when you have simply got to chin up. Don't bet on sinking ships because they'll only drag you down. You got to keep on sailing even when you want to frown. The world will keep on turning without matter where you land. You might as well be running when your feet should hit the sand. still turn your trips to trash.